welcome back to a new reading. And if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Astra. I'm an intuitive tarot reader and I do tarot readings here on my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a reading on Faye and Yoko. I've been getting a lot of requests and I'm finally doing a reading on them. So this is going to be my first time checking for them. I'm going to get started first with checking what can I pick for their bond and dynamic, so I also get an idea of what their energy is like, what is their bond like, okay? And then I'm going to get into the current energy and see, what's going on regarding their bond currently, okay? So let's see, how is Faye and Yoko's bond and dynamic like? How is Faye and Yoko's bond and dynamic like? Okay, you guys, when it comes to their bond, right away, I do feel like there is definitely a lot of loving care and treasuring when it comes to their bond. I do feel like it might take a lot of people a few years or a lot of time to, get close as much as Faye and Yoko have gotten, okay? I feel like they definitely got used to each other's energies, got used to each other's personalities, and they found themselves balancing each other in a way. I do feel like definitely one of them can be more reserved and one of them can be a more careful when it comes to handling things, and one of them can be the more energetic and more lighthearted energy and making jokes or making the other laugh, or making light-heart energy when it comes to their bond. And so they both probably do have different personalities, but at the end of the day they both have this playful energy around each other, okay? I do pick there's a bit of tension that I'm picking up when it comes to their bonds, so I'm gonna get more into that when I get into their current energy. But right off the bat, I feel like they really treasure each other a lot. There's definitely a lot of loving care when it comes to their bond, and I feel like they're both different personalities. I feel like one of them can be a bit more emotional, a bit more sensitive, and one of them, can be more mature or more reserved. But when they're together, they bring out that positive energy when it comes to their bond, okay? So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to their bond off the bat. So I'm gonna get more into the current energies right now and see more, who is who and all of that, okay? So I'm gonna start first with Yoko. What does Yoko think about Faye, and how does she feel towards her and all of that? What is Yoko's current energies towards Faye? What is Yoko's current energies towards Faye? Oh wow. Okay. Okay, guys. So Yoko's energies is really down right now, okay? I do feel like right now there is something that she feels like it's almost like a breakage, like a thing that she has built or has been living in, and all of that has broken here with the tower. So there's definitely a lot of chaos, some sort of fight, some sort of disagreements. There's definitely a lot of sadness here when it comes to Faye and her current energy with Yoko, okay? She feels that with Faye, she definitely have experienced a lot of new things, a lot of new experiences. She had definitely made a lot of memories and a lot of moments with her, and and I'm hearing in my head I had all of these firsts with Faye. So maybe she did experience some first things with Faye that probably she hadn't experienced with anyone before. And so she feel like I have experienced all of these new things with Faye, and right now things are breaking. So there's definitely a lot of sense of sadness over here that I'm picking up towards Yoko, and definitely I'm getting the Queen of Cups. So the person that I was picking that was more expressive or more emotional is Yoko over here. So she definitely is more emotional, more expressive probably than Faye is. And she definitely has a soft and emotional, approach towards things, okay? While Faye can have a more sensible or mature approach, okay? And I feel like also like she's like this outgoing person and playful. Probably she's like the playful energy that I was picking up, you know, and she definitely adds, you know, playfulness energy when it comes to their bond. And right, and I also like feel like she does also have like this nurturing energy towards Faye, but she shows it more like in an emotional and affectionate way. All right. And so I do feel like there's definitely something wrong when it comes to their bond right now that she really is like stressing and thinking about, and she does feel like a big sense of loss, like almost like I did almost all of these like first things with Faye. Now, like, what am I gonna do? Almost. So she definitely feels drowned, and she definitely doesn't know like what the future holds, you know. But I'm picking definitely some sort of fights and disagreements, but I'm not picking that it's between her and Faye at all. Like I'm picking that it's like between other people around them. Okay. So definitely Yoko's energies is a bit down. Let me see anything else that I can get. Um, let's see. What else is Yoko feeling towards Faye? What else is Yoko feeling towards Faye? Wow, okay. Alright, you guys, so again, I'm picking up that energy. So for Yoko, there's like a big sense of feeling that she's tied, that she's caged, that she um is being held by something. Okay, so it's like almost like she's like in this cage and she cannot go out, and there's like this sense of walking away here. So maybe this is like Faye walking away from a certain situation while she is caged over here, as you guys can see. So um she definitely feels caged. Okay, she definitely feels like things are not really up to her, and there's like also this sense of like Faye walking away or someone walking away when it comes to their bond. Okay, but there's like also this sense of her not blaming at all like the person that is walking away, which is probably Faye. With the Queen of Pentacles, there's like this sense that um I want to focus on my career, and probably this is best for her career as well. So there's this sense that if Faye is walking away, that probably this is better for her, and I'm not upset at all. I'm just like upset about me being tied up in this situation as well, and me not being able to do anything about it. Okay, so there's definitely, you guys, something going on right now, and Yoko feels like she's tied. Okay, she feels like there's like people that are around her that are not, you know, good for her. Okay, and she knows that, but she feels like helpless. Is like I feel like she's helpless. Okay, and if you guys notice, like even when I'm like talking, I'm like pausing a bit because I feel like I'm feeling her energies, and it's like almost like she's also hesitant about how things are going for her. Okay, um so there's like this big sense of her, you know, feeling that she has to be careful with her words. She has to be careful of how she does things. You know, there's like a big sense of carefulness that now I have to think my every single thing before I say anything. And she feels like there's people that are defensive around her, or, you know, she has to be careful around her, put her guard up. So she definitely is like at a place where her life where things are not, you know, looking good for her, and there's like a big sense of sadness when it comes to her and Faye. You know, she feels like they both were there for each other a lot of times. You know, Faye was there for her, and so there's a lot of times where she felt reassured when Faye was there. There was a lot of times where she also could reassure Faye, you know, and give her reassurance, and so she feels like they both gave that reassurance for each other. And so now like she's like in this place where she's like, I don't know what's gonna happen now, you know, if we're not going to be into this together, because they were almost like partners is what I'm hearing as well. So, you know, I feel like she's definitely trying to be more happy. She's trying to probably, you know, put a certain mask on is what I'm hearing, but she definitely is still going through a big turmoil is what I'm feeling. Okay, I feel like she felt like she just had like this really good understanding with Faye that like I'm like almost like hearing that, okay, how am I gonna do this, you know, without her almost. Okay, so definitely heavy energies for Yoko, you guys. Now let's get into Faye and see what's her point of view, because there's definitely something going on when it comes to their bond. Let's see, what is Faye's current energy towards Yoko? What is Faye's current energy towards Yoko? What is Faye's current energy towards Yoko? Oh my god, okay. Definitely, like I'm telling from their energy, like Yoko is the more emotional one and Faye is the more sensible one, but also I feel like Faye feels a lot of sadness as well. You know, I don't know like if it's like what it seems or what's like it's looking like, but I feel like um definitely they're both feeling things heavy in a certain way, okay? Um so when it comes to Faye, she definitely felt a lot of comfort with Yoko. Like they both probably felt a lot of comfort with each other, all right? And you know, she felt very, you know, these nice feelings with Faye. She felt a lot of comfort with her, you know. They both were comfort for each other and they both gave each other reassurance. And I do feel like Faye probably does have the more masculine energy when it comes to their bond, okay? Like she probably is like the more masculine one, you know. Masculine energy, not in a bad way, but I feel like she also like has like this protective, you know, energy and wanting to take care of Yoko. Like I feel like they both would like to take care of each other, okay? And you know, she does like have this masculine energy, but I feel like also when it comes to being around Yoko, she also can feel a bit softer or get softer and maybe get out of her masculine energy a bit as well, okay? So it's like almost like she would be able to match her energy as well, okay? And you know, probably she also probably for the people around her, maybe she is also nurturing or caring, okay? But I'm also feeling that when she's around Yoko, Yoko also like she takes care of Yoko takes care of her as well. So it's like almost like she can get out of that energy with Yoko as well. She can also be playful, even though she probably is more composed or more careful when it comes to how she deals with things. With Yoko, she opens up a bit, she softens up a bit, is what I'm hearing, okay? When it comes to the current energy and the current situation, there's definitely something going on with a third person here, which I'm getting here as a devil, okay? I do feel like this person has been making things hard for Yoko for months now, like for a long time. Like I don't feel like whatever's happening, you know, with the walking away and everything, that this person is just like coming up right now, okay? I do feel like this person has definitely had a problem with Faye for a really long time, okay? So I do feel like there is this devil, this third person. This can probably be like someone regarding their work environment, company, management, someone that also has been making Faye feel really tied for a long time. But I feel like Faye definitely has been handling this person and has been dealing with this person all the time, you know, and you know, dealing with things with a smile on her face. That just came up into my mind, that even though I'm dealing with this person clearly does not like me, I'm gonna deal with things with a smile on my face. So that was deep, that I'm gonna deal with things with a smile on my face, okay? And I don't know if that's something that you guys have noticed as their fans, but I feel like definitely Faye has been dealing with this person for a while, but she would show that she's positive or she's good, but behind the scenes I feel like there was a lot of things that would happen with this person. And I feel like this person also, I'm hearing in my head that this definitely person has definitely made Faye reach her limits a lot of times, but Faye just kept going, okay? And her being around Yoko definitely helped her a bit, you know, that, you know, she does have someone that cares for her. And, you know, I feel like definitely Yoko was aware of what's happening. And so she would definitely make like mood lighthearted or anything like that and make, you know, Faye not feel like what's happening, okay? So I do feel like definitely this definitely has been going on for a while, but maybe it's like only now that things are like changing, okay? So definitely like there's like a big change that happened right now is what I'm feeling. And you know, Faye did not expect this change, but she's like feeling inside of her that maybe it is for the best as well, okay? Let me see what else is happening. And I feel like there's like this big situation, so I'm gonna get more in depth like exactly what went down. Let me just check anything else that can come out for Faye. Anything else that's happening? What's Faye's current energy towards Yoko? Anything else? Yeah, you guys, so definitely I feel like Faye definitely for the longest time she has been blocking off like this certain person, and I'm getting again the sun, but like the sun is like not coming off like as, oh, I'm feeling happy or that. It's coming off that even though I'm dealing with things, I'm putting a smile on my face. So I feel like definitely she has been dealing with this for a while, and I feel like this third person has been trying to make her reach her limits. Like I feel like they even did things on purpose, you know, for her to probably leave or for her to, you know, not want to continue with them anymore. For some reason, I feel like they did not want Faye, okay? So I feel like Faye definitely, you know, did feel a lot of times that, you know, she was having trouble or this was very hard, but I don't feel like inside of her at all that she felt like she couldn't handle this. Like I feel like she kept on handling and just like going with the flow, and again being around Yoko, which is coming a lot as the queen and king of cups, definitely made her, you know, at least happy or make happy memories, okay? But there's definitely this sense that she definitely has learned a lot of lessons with whatever the outcome is. She definitely has learned a lot of lessons, and you know, I feel like there's like a sense that she does want to focus on her career right now, and just like go with whatever's meant to be. And so definitely I feel like whenever this situation happened, she definitely felt a lot of sadness, but right now there's like a sense of surrendering that I'm not gonna force anything from now on. Like whatever comes to me is gonna come to me, and you know, she doesn't feel a sense of pressure right now. There's like a sense of freeing as well, that she doesn't feel that much pressure. Probably this third person did put a pressure on her for a really long time, and right now she does feel like a sense that she's free, like no one's controlling her, no one's doing certain actions, you know. And so she probably does want to focus on herself, probably independently as well, and just like see what is like probably written for her, okay? All right, I'm just gonna check what exactly happened, you know, because I feel like there's like more information. What exactly happened between the situation that I'm picking up for Faye and Yoko currently? What exactly went down? What exactly went down in the situation for Faye and Yoko? Okay. What exactly happened in the situation of Faye and Yoko? What exactly happened? What exactly happened in the situation of Faye? One more. What exactly happened? Okay, yeah. See you guys again with the walking away. So definitely it ended with someone walking away over here and just like feeling that maybe it's time to go, okay? I'm just feeling pulled to pull something else. And before like I see what I'm picking up, I'm just feeling pulled to pull some from here as well. Anything else that we should know about the situation? Yes. One more about the situation for Faye and Yoko. Okay, you guys, so I'm definitely feeling that, you know, there are certain people that did have a problem with Faye specifically, okay? And so I feel like they have been definitely trying to push her for her limit, you know, for a long time, because they wanted her to leave by herself, okay? And definitely I feel like Faye, you know, instead of leaving, she definitely had built a lot of courage, you know. She definitely handled the situation for a long time, but she definitely felt like they were, you know, not liking her specifically, okay? And I feel like, so whatever is like happening is definitely happening on purpose. Like, it's not like something that happened out of a sudden or because of a recent fight. I do feel like um it's definitely something that has been planned, okay? I feel like the third people definitely have been building blocks. They definitely have been building this for a while. Like, it's not like something that is just recent. It's definitely something that they have planned and they have built, but they just didn't know when it was gonna happen, okay? And I feel like there was a lot of times where both Faye and Yoko felt a lot of crossroads and felt really like not sure what to do about the situation. But I guess like things just like unfolded like in a surprising way. Um, and definitely like this situation has definitely taught them a lot of lessons, like both of them, okay? And so I feel like how it played out is certain things and made certain fights happen on purpose to the point that like Faye just like couldn't stay anymore, like even if she wanted to. So like there's like the sense that they definitely did want her to leave. At a certain point they did want her to leave. So there's like the sense that there's definitely a lot of planning. There's like definitely a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Like this sense of both of them feeling that right now there's going to be a lot of regeneration. There's like a sense of both of them having to start over, and it's like not a good feeling for sure. They're definitely like not feeling that good about it. But these third people also did not like how close Faye and Yoko were. Like, I do feel like definitely they both were close, and they generally did care about each other even like behind the scenes. And so I do feel like this third person did not like that, and so they were finding it hard to make things plan or go the way that they wanted, okay? But there's like this big sense of, I feel like especially Faye, like feeling that okay, maybe right now there's like a sense of peace, and maybe right now is a time for me to give myself some self-love as well, okay? And when it comes to Yoko, I do feel like she still doesn't feel happy with the way that she is right now, but I feel like definitely there's like a sense of her feeling tied or feeling that she cannot leave as well, okay? Even if it was like up to her to leave, I feel like she definitely does have like a lot of fears of moving forward or leaving something, okay? But I feel like definitely Yoko is like happy with whatever the direction Faye is going. She's happy for her. I do feel like she definitely feels like right now is like maybe time for her to give some self-love. Like I mentioned, that I told like a couple minutes ago, that she does want to focus on maybe herself more independently or focus on herself right now. So giving herself some self-love. And I do feel like definitely there has been like a lot of fights and disagreements that did lead up to this, but not even like the third person thought that it would happen this soon, okay? And when it comes to their bond, let me see, do they have contact? What's the status of their bond right now? Okay, I'm just gonna check that. What's the status of Faye and Yoko's bond? Do they have contact between them? What's the status of Faye and Yoko's bond? What is the status of Faye and Yoko's bond? Yeah, they're definitely heartbroken about the situation. And I'm not feeling like much contact between the two of them currently. Since I feel like this sort of situation that is happening is like a lot for them. They definitely feel heartbroken and they feel sad, and there's a sense that maybe we should just focus on our certain paths right now, and maybe we should both focus on like this new change and new beginning that is happening, okay? But I do feel like they definitely think about contacting each other and definitely talking things out and maybe still having a bond. So I do feel like even if it's not happening right now, I do feel like probably in the upcoming time they will try to keep a bond between themselves, or have some sort of contact, okay? But yeah, that's right now what I'm picking for Faye and Yoko. I hope that this reading gave you guys clarity about their bond and probably a certain situation that is happening right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed and liked this reading. And please, if you liked it, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you guys would like an update on the future, just let me down know. And thank you guys so much. And hope I see you guys next time. Bye.